Property management side of KangaRent entails the landlord basically being able to step back and treat their house or their apartment building or whatever unit they have like they would any other investment. It allows them to see monthly statements as far as what's going on, to call a single person with any questions, concerns, and to have one person that handles everything for them, whether they have one single family house, whether they have a 20-unit building, whether they have 5 condos spread out over complexes throughout Palm Beach County. It allows them to basically treat that as one other investment in their portfolio, the same as they would a stock or a bond or any other investment. So I would definitely say KangaRent makes it easier for someone who's looking to purchase and get into real estate investing, but may not have any knowledge of landlord-tenant law, of fair housing, of the proper procedure for claiming money out of a security deposit, time frames that have to be taken into account, the proper way to screen people, because there's a lot that goes into it to run it properly. I'm sure everyone hears horror stories about landlords that have awful tenants and it's the worst thing they've ever done, and other landlords seem to just treat it as a bank that they withdraw money every month from. And that's the big difference, is there's a lot that goes into it, and it's a lot of knowledge and it's always changing. You have to keep on top of the laws, fair housing, and landlord-tenant acts change on a regular basis. They go over is what their goals are for the property. When someone comes and asks for property management services, want to make sure that what we're doing is going to get them to their ultimate goal. The same as with any other investment. They have to know what their long-term goal is. If they're looking at moving back into the house in a few years, if they're looking at saving it for a retirement home down the road, if it's just strictly a rental and all they want is cash flow, if they're looking at long-term appreciation for short-term cash flow. All these things go in to determine what you're going to do when things go wrong, and as far as a refrigerator goes out or a tenant moves out and we're looking at getting the apartment ready for a new tenant, different strategies are going to require different actions to get that landlord where they're looking to go. Landlords definitely reduce their costs using us, because not only do we have relationships with the vendors we use, we also have maintenance men that we use that are HVAC certified. They've been trained in basically everything that it takes to maintain a property. We bring a lot of them from the apartment community industry, because they're jack of all trades. They have to be EPA certified to make sure what they're doing when they're disposing of things, they're doing it the proper way, and they can do everything at a much lower cost than an AC repairman or a plumber or an electrician coming out. Even though they're trained in the same things, they don't charge that premium that you would with going with an outside contractor. The fact that we make sure everyone is specialized in what they're doing. You go somewhere else, you go to another management company, and they have the same person that's managing your property is also leasing your property. Here we have certain agents that do leasing, that handle rentals, and other agents that handle the management, or property managers that handle the management side of it. Because like anything else, the more specialized you are in what you're doing, the better your knowledge, the more experience you're gaining, because that's what you're doing day in and day out. When you're renting it, you're looking at marketing, bringing as many people in as possible. The managers will determine, like the owners would, who's going to be a good tenant,